trying. I've been exactly, and it's been communicated in an extremely high way to you and through you to the entire fraternity of the people who are me in the city, that I've communicated in extreme ways, which has not been done so far and which could not be done by normal ways till now. It's because of the time factor, and nobody has been actually molded in that kind of a way to suit you and through you to the rest of the people, whichever part of the world it is. So you know very well what this is, what I'm about. And by this time, all the limbs which I have stated what it is that is communicated from the quarters, that has come from the quarters from where it had to come from. Despite I have communicated very well that every limb, every level now knows what exactly it is and what exactly, I mean, this is the right and the truthful statement that any segment of humanity, human being in the entire sector, in any section, you try to categorize it by any dimension, by any way, in your understanding, it is the only truth, and that is the reason why it has been done in this way, in this time of the creation of the world, so that people who you all have reached by the plan of the house to the level from where it has to take you up forward. All these words has been said in extremely, multi-dimensional ways, that you all have been lifted to a level where you can choose to do what you want to do. But I wouldn't use the word, and I do not want to use the word, because we don't do that word, the unfortunate, we don't do that. And it's not unfortunate, it's fortunate, and the right thing that has happened is that whatever has lifted you and whatever state you are in right now, from wherever you were, that you know and you experience, you have to now, it has been told also in a way that has to be, you can't expect this to compromise, and it is not meant to compromise for anything. It is done, and it is in a very beautiful state, and it wants you to actually rise into that beauty. So you have to start moving your baby steps. And the time was long back, which is not a complaint, which is the way it was and the states and the choices that you made at that time. Right now, I'm telling you in no terms of uncertainty, extreme certainty, that you are in the times and states of extreme high seriousness in terms of, if warning is a word that you understand, and that's the only word you understand, then I tell you that it is the case. It has been there for quite some time, and I have communicated from that time, and the awareness, it took its time and said, okay, they're learning. But you got the signs from the nature, and whatever was done days back, you got the immediate instant repercussion as to what it is. And nothing happens without the nature's discretion. You are in that and you are that. Take your action. When it is your bread and your food, why would anyone else have to do any first step? And which first step are you going to talk about? Because there is no more step remaining. The ladders are set, the framework is there, the design is ready, everything is ready. The work has to be done. And you have been picked, and in fact, the name that is speaking to you is there very much. That's why you are in a lifted state. You have to do it, and you are in an extremely high, alarming wrong state. And I'm again communicating this in the exact same way that I used to do. It's a closed environment. No matter how many people see, we know that we are only communicating. The rest of the people benefit by it, and that's the whole plan. That's why it is like that. By the rules of consciousness, no one is expected to interfere, because that's what the whole thing is about. Right? Interference into. So we don't get into that territory. We do, and we have said it, and that's what we are. And by us, whatever has to happen, it's going to be the life that has to be made. And by that, whatever has to happen, whatever has to be the benefit in time, that has to trickle down, that will happen. For that, we have to start the physical work. Nothing. It's not like the sun is lit all the time, and the wind blows all the time, and then everything happens on its own. No, we are framed and molded into human form. So once this much is done in the invisible and the textual rooms, then we have to actually get to the physical act. We have to work together. That's the whole thing. The way we do and what we do is something that we will have to do together, not no more on the computer, because it has been done way too long and you have been benefited beyond what anything else has been given or done till date to any sector, section or piece or bunch of human beings, because it has never been planned or known. The first ever time this is happening, we have to do it. And I tell you once again, you got the signal yesterday also, you have been alarmed in ways that has never been done before. You don't take that. It's been happening in the periphery and it's been communicating into you, look, this is the way, look, this is the way, look, I'm coming for you. And in the meantime, in pretext of something somewhere, it also actually connected its own link from the past to the future, the photo. That has also happened. I communicated it in a very, indirect way, because we don't do that. We're not. Roland was never supposed to talk anything to anyone. It just worked. But this is the time where a little communication and talking is also there. That's why we're doing it this way. Do it. Which way are you not sure? Which way are you not certain? Which way has it been not communicated? How can you? Okay, that's not the way that we do. Do it. You are designed for that. You have grown to the level and surpassed than everyone else. Now is the time for you to pick from wherever you have reached in the different ways and in different ways, fraternities in your, so that the rest of the people who are living in a little, ignorance, they get to see and say, oh, okay, this is the right thing and we should be doing this. There's no question of trying to catch mine. It's not there. What is yours will automatically come. That's how it is. That's how the whole nature is built. You look anywhere in the nature, that's the way it is. Just that the humanity and the human being design is such that it has to do in such a way that the rest of the nature afforded them benefits, and for that it has to use its capabilities that it has been made to do on behalf of whatever is about that has made it to do. And you are the set of people who have been chosen and it has been done. You have been set now. You have to work, get it going, don't let anything else happen. Use your inherent power, the power that is vested in you, that is where you have to talk, you have to talk, where you have to move, you have to move, where you have to look, you have to look, where you have to look sharper, you have to look sharper, where you have to use your voice in the powerful way to, an unwelcome and unwilling thing that is coming towards you, you have to do it, and that's exactly why that is given to you. None of the good things that have happened in your land is just for fake. It has been happened for exactly this time, and you have to do it right now. The powers that are in you. Why do you want? What are you going to do with my voice? What will it do? If something is given to you just free, what will you do with that? That's exactly the question. So it knows what has to be done. It knows that you also know. It's just time and time reminding you again and again that, look, this is how it is. Do it. Use it. Call. Come. You have to do it. It has been designed in that way. If there are clarifications, then let that be over whatever way you want to be. The people, the context, it has been clearly, if required, to the extent required. Sure. But you don't need that, frankly. Right? So this place is a nice place also. You can, once we are face to face in the same place and you know it has to happen, it had to happen. It has happened actually with the items. Then once you know that, then I don't remove this, but it's time. That's why the time thing has been coming into me for quite a few days, and then but I still follow the structure because I don't go in a different way. But today it actually came in a very, very. So I chose to come to the studio where I don't go to places. In fact, just to for the person who is holding the camera, his personal camera for me, I would tell that the reason he actually told me to follow his principles in the studio, which has to be done, he was an extremely experienced photo shoot and camera professional. But I had to actually also take time to tell him that, look, this is the. It's not. There's no. It's just I'm in one set and he's with his experience set. And this is exactly the thing in the world that you also need to understand that everything needs to be done in a certain way without compromising. Anyone having to compromise on their professional aspects or their living aspects. That, and you also don't do that. You have your own life aspects and you have All this, how we do, is only when we get together, and that there's nothing, no other way. I've not given any way, told any way where even the people, for example, of this land, if they have to benefit, you have to do something, and you don't get the benefit, nobody else can. Right now, anyway, the benefit in whatever other way has to come, it is coming. That's not the point, right? So whatever has been molded, it is being molded to work in your place, in your land. People have been fabricated and molded to work with you. How did other people come to your, and how did you forget it so soon that when you needed the people of a specific league in your land to solve a specific criteria, specific, I won't use other words, criteria is the word I would use, you use it, see it in the right way. How did you have to ultimately, you had to resort, because it was a plan. You, despite being the hireling, you had to use the people. They came and then it formed a different paradigm altogether. They're still there. How did that happen? So, act. It's been an extremely long video. I didn't plan for this